Everyone says clay soil is bad, heavy, sticky, hard to work with. But what if that is not true? What if the real problem is not the soil, but how we treat it? Today we break that idea, because clay soil is not broken. It is just misunderstood. If you have ever dug into your yard and hit that thick, dense layer, you may have felt like giving up. But wait, that soil is full of hidden power. Clay holds nutrients better than most soils. It keeps water longer, and it can grow strong plants if you work with it, not against it. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will see clay soil in a whole new way. And you will know exactly how to turn it into rich, living soil that grows like crazy. Clay soil can feel like a brick when it is dry, and like glue when it is wet. And that is why many people hate it. It sticks to your tools, it clumps around roots, and it can make planting feel like a chore. But here is the truth. Clay is made of very tiny particles, much smaller than sand or silt, and those tiny particles pack tightly together. This is why water moves slowly through it, and why roots can struggle at first. But those same tiny particles hold on to nutrients, like a magnet. That means your plants have food stored right there, ready to use. So the problem is not the clay itself. The problem is how we try to force it to act like loose soil instead of helping it become balanced and alive. The number one mistake people make with clay soil is trying to break it apart all at once. They dig deep, they turn it over. They fight it, and in the end, it becomes worse. When you dig clay soil too much, especially when it is wet, you destroy its structure, and it becomes even more compact. It is like kneading dough over and over. It gets tighter, not softer. Instead of fighting clay, you need to build structure slowly. Think of it like feeding the soil, not attacking it. When you stop forcing it and start improving it, step by step, the soil begins to change on its own, and that is when the magic starts to happen. Clay soil is rich, very rich. It holds nutrients like calcium, potassium, and magnesium, and it does not let them wash away easily. That means once your soil is balanced, your plants will have a steady supply of food. Also, clay holds water longer than sandy soil, so your plants can survive dry days better. This is a huge advantage, especially in hot climates. The key is to unlock this power by improving airflow and structure. Once roots can move freely and air can enter the soil, clay becomes one of the best growing mediums you can have. It is not weak soil. It is strong soil that just needs the right touch. If there is one thing that transforms clay soil, it is organic matter. This includes compost, dry leaves, grass clippings, and even kitchen scraps that have broken down. When you add organic matter, you are not just feeding the soil, you are changing its structure. The sticky clay particles begin to clump into small crumbs, and these crumbs create space for air and water. Over time, the soil becomes softer, easier to work, and full of life. Earthworms come in, microbes grow, and the soil starts to breathe. This is not a quick fix, but it is a powerful one. Add a layer of compost again and again, and let nature do the work. Watering clay soil is different from watering sandy soil, and this is where many people go wrong. If you water too often, the soil stays wet and heavy, and roots can rot. If you do not water enough, the soil dries into hard chunks. The trick is deep. Slow watering, let the water soak in slowly, giving it time to reach deeper layers. Then let the top dry a bit before watering again. This creates a cycle that helps roots grow deeper and stronger. Mulch also helps a lot. It keeps the moisture steady and protects the soil from harsh sun. With the right watering method, clay soil becomes much easier to manage. Instead of digging deep into clay soil, try layering. This means adding compost, mulch, and organic material on top, and letting it break down over time. This method protects the soil structure and encourages life to grow from the top down. It is called no-dig gardening, and it works very well with clay. Each layer you add becomes food for worms and microbes, and they slowly pull it into the soil. This creates natural channels for air and water, making the soil loose and rich without heavy work. It is simple, gentle, and very effective. Some plants are great helpers when it comes to clay soil. These plants have strong roots that push through the dense layers and create pathways. Crops like radish, beans, and certain grasses can break up the soil naturally. When these plants die, their roots leave behind small tunnels that improve airflow and drainage. This is a natural way to improve soil without tools. You can also rotate crops to keep the soil active and healthy. Using plants as helpers turns your garden into a living system that keeps getting better over time. Changing clay soil takes time, and this is where many people give up. They expect fast results, but soil improvement is a slow process. The good news is, every small step you take makes a difference. Each layer of compost, each season of planting, each time you protect the soil, it all adds up. After a few months, you will notice it is easier to dig. After a year, your plants will grow stronger. Over time, your clay soil will become dark, crumbly, and full of life. The key is to stay consistent and trust the process. So here is the truth. Your clay soil is not broken, it is not useless, and it is not your enemy. It is powerful, rich, and full of potential. You just need to work with it, not against it. Start small, add organic matter, water wisely, and let nature do the heavy lifting. If you do that, your soil will reward you with strong, healthy plants and better harvests. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Backyard Harvest. Drop a comment below and tell us what you think about your soil and what you want to see next on the channel. Your garden journey starts right here.